I think two things happened. When we gave the guidance, we expected that a couple of deal closures, which sorry, is it okay? Which got delayed. I think that is a fundamental part of it. Now that's coming back in Q1 of this year.
Okay.
So it's not a big cause of concern. I think the bigger thing that happened to us was that if you looked at last quarter, we had a significant degrowth in our largest customer. Okay, it went down by about 7.6%. But that again is not a reason for, because customers will go up, come down, and the same customer year on year has grown 24%, so it's not bad. So to that extent, I'm not really worried about last quarter. I think this quarter we've seen a blip in terms of the India business clearly. We're seeing a challenge there, especially in two sectors.
What about the coming quarter?
Telecom and government, we see an issue. And we're clearly seeing a decline in top line in the India business compared to the last quarter. I've always believed this, and I strongly believe in it. That is, if you talk about employee commitment, at the first sign of trouble, you can't head for the hills. It doesn't make any sense. Because if you expect employees to commit to the company, you as a company have to commit to the employees. It's a two-way street. It doesn't work one way. Right? And that's extremely important. I think that's what, tough times define culture. Easy times is very easy to message culture. Right? And I think that's really at the heart of what we are trying to do here. If you look at our strategy, we've laid it out in a fair amount of depth, which is primarily around industries, technologies, and our belief that the traditional work that we typically do in offshoring has very little differentiators, and that would over a period of time get commoditized. So I think that's broadly the direction in which it's headed. So some people are putting in platforms and saying, can I control the process layer? That's a great strategy. But I don't think you can kind of bet your house on one strategy. You've got to look at it as a portfolio and say, how am I going to place bets in different areas? And then over a period of time, pick the area that you think is going to have maximum impact. We will not, but we are going to invest on the process layer, and we're going to invest more and more around stuff which really makes an impact in terms of analytics, where we can be responsible for business outcomes. Who said it's tough times? I think it's times of opportunity. I think there are two things that we see here happening. The standard services that we sell in the past, when you walked into all our competition and ourselves, for many years we sold, some people said we have better buildings, some people said we have better people, some people said our delivery methods are better. So everybody differentiated ourselves based upon what we thought of our core assets. But offshoring by itself, but fundamentally what we were doing was playing on the India advantage. That's really what we were doing. Now that India advantage is something that everybody has. So the differentiators for the traditional services, in my view, is gone. So there will be price commoditization happening at the back end because you don't have any differentiation. So fundamentally, companies would endeavor to see what they can do to build differentiation in their standard set of services. And we will do it, all our competition will do it, all of us have got different strategies. We'll get there in some form or shape. The market will tell us as to which strategy is going to ultimately win. We don't know right now. But that's the way it is. But commoditization is going to be a reality at the back end. On the front end, I think people are going to, there's a new economic buyer out there who's buying. There's a CFO out there who's become very critical. There's a CMO who's very critical. The ability to call on that economic buyer with value propositions which are differentiated is going to make a difference.